Yeah. Few things we want to talk about. One being longevity of your band. I can remember my first experience with Napalm Death. Was in 6th grade. You guys did an earache compilation. It was Breathe to Breathe. Was the first experience I had with Napalm Death. What's the key to your longevity? Or
just perseverance, really, in one sense, and just a willingness to continue, even though sometimes outside pressures might be quite significant. You know, I mean, we like, if you take, for example, the mid-90s as a bit of a down point for extreme music in general, like even in Europe, like a hot spot for this sort of stuff. People weren't going to gigs, records really weren't selling. It was quite a difficult time, but we just decided that it was our band, you know, and we wanted to push forward, not let those exterior forces break us up like it did with other bands, you know. So we just carried on. You know.
Don't let the bastards grind you down.
That the Motorhead song, exactly.
Yeah. How about touring in America as opposed to where y'all are from? The UK?
Yeah. It's you know what? I try not to make any separation. To me, a gig's a gig. It doesn't matter where it is.
Get up there and do your thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I mean, it can be a little difficult in America because things like the venues don't always cater as much to the bands as what they do in Europe.
Yeah.
On a few levels, but you know, okay, you work through it and you get through it, because at the end of the day, one of the reasons why we are a band with longevity is because we take a world view. You know, we're not just a band that, you know, just pounds Europe time and again.
UK,
we do. America's a part of what we do, you know, and people like us out here, and
we're definitely glad to have you.
Yeah, we like it, you know. So
what about the economy? Is it much different in the UK? We're here in a slump, kind of.
Well, you know, the economy in the UK kind of has gone the way because our stupid bankers bought into the subprime thing that the stupid bankers were involved in over here.
Same
you know,
thing
so
in America,
yeah. Well, they bought into the American subprime market in England.
Oh,
and so we got the knock-on effect.
So they threw their money down the same pit, right?
Yeah, they did. But you know what? For me personally, the economy hasn't been. This whole thing with the economy hasn't been so crippling for me, because I mean, I live a very simple life personally, and I always did, and so the way I live is very sort of very minimal and simplistic, and so I haven't suffered too much. But of course, you know, I feel like my brothers are in danger. My brothers work in the car factories, because Birmingham's like a mini Detroit, if you like, you know.
Yeah.
And my brothers' jobs are on the line right now, so you know, there's a
sad state of affairs, right?
Well, it is really, and all because, you know, the financial world, the people at the top are allowed to run without, you know, allowed to do what they want, while other people are expected to toe the line, you know. And it's that imbalance, it's that inequality that there is, you know. And
top 1%.
I could have told you so, you know, but you know that goes.
What about in terms of profitability? Is it obviously you can cover more ground in Europe more quickly than America? It seems like your gigs are probably more spread out here. Is that true? Or?
To a point, yeah. I mean, distance and landmass dictates that they are kind of spread out, but so be it. You know, you just have to deal with it in whichever way it comes. You know.
Obviously, you're a well-established band. I mean, that helps. Like wherever you play, you're gonna have fans.
Well, we are, but that said, you know, you can do the major cities and get quite a few people. It's not always easy to get people out in the smaller places in between, and of course people that come to shows there are equally as important as people that come to the shows in big cities, you know. It's just a little more difficult to get them out sometimes, but oh well, you know, you're not going to play mega gigs every night where it's full to bursting, and if you expect that and you come here, then you're kind of living in a dream world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you've got to. At the end of the day, whoever pays in to see your show, you've got to give them 100%. And if you don't, well, shame on you, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
It's the business you're in, right?
well, it's not. I just
Entertainment.
look at it as, well, not even that. I look at it, I join a band. It's a personal thing for me. It's not just a job or anything like that. And, you know, if a kid pays to come into a show, I'm gonna give him the best that I can. That's it right there, you know.
You guys also have a strong political side as well. You're not just playing music. I mean, you're more of giving a little insight to your personal creed.
Yeah, well, I mean, not necessarily politics in terms of the mainstream definition of that word, because I think a lot of people would say, and rightly so, that a lot of mainstream politics is a crock of crap, basically.
Yeah.
You know, so where I come from really is just really social justice and humanitarianism. You know, I'm a pacifist myself. You know, I don't believe in violence wherever it comes from, whether it's individual on individual or state or otherwise. I think there's a better way forward at this point. As you know, we're incredibly evolved machines as human beings. We are
Absolutely.
biomechanical machines. Some people don't like that necessarily, that description, but that's what we are, you know. But we also are equipped with emotion and chemical processes that allow us to have compassion and stuff, you know. And like this whole thing about using conflicts to resolve things, we need to move past that, really.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
obviously not working.
No, it's obviously not, and it hasn't worked for several hundred years, you know, longer. So, come on, you know, let's do something about it.
Time to get over it, right?
Yeah.
I agree. Anything else you would like to say, Mark? Or?
Well, just, you know, I don't know what sort of class you have, you know, is it a music class or
It's a video production class.
Oh, oh right,
So
okay.
This is my video project.
Okay, you know, well, I don't know what I could tell you about video production because I'm absolutely clueless. I'll let other people do that for me.